So, the story starts with a farmhouse scene in the middle of the mountains where a family lives. This family belongs to Grady and all these forms too. In his family, his wife, children, and his brother were there. Grady went to the mountains with his friends to hunt, but now 10 days had passed, he had no whereabouts. No one had returned from the mountains. The police had also informed Grady's family. The police also did a search operation, but due to the bad weather, they had to stop in the middle. And the police could not find Grady. Anyway, the mountains in which he had gone, it was famous that whoever goes there does not return. Now behind Grady, his family was being taken care of by his brother Rowdy. Near his forms, another man also lived in his van, whose name was Eddie. Anyway, here we see Rowdy and Grady's wife Ellen together. I mean, their affair was going on, which had now spread to their eldest son. That's why he started staying away from his Uncle Rowdy. Drake thought that Rowdy did not want his dad to come back, so he himself decided to search for him. Although Rowdy himself loved his brother a lot and he was most worried about Grady. Seeing Drake go alone, he forbids him to go. He also takes a horse from him and decides to go himself to find his brother. Although one of his legs is also bad and climbing the mountains is very difficult for him. But the interesting thing is that none of this was needed because in a while we saw that Grady had returned. His condition was so bad that they could not even recognize him from a distance that he was Grady. He was not able to walk, his face looked terrible. When these people bring him support, he starts falling again and again, which means that he has become very weak. These people pick him up, support him and put him in his room. When they called the doctor to check, the doctor said that only Grady has become very weak, but he has come back from the mountains. This is also a big miracle. According to the doctor, no one could have been hungry for so long. Grady had eaten something for 10 days, because of which he came back alive. His legs and body had become very weak. He had to keep giving him water and food every now and then so that he could recover quickly. As soon as he talks about food, Grady looks at his son in a strange way. Even his son is scared of his behavior. After a while, we see that a fight has started between Rowdy and Drake. Because Drake thinks that now that his dad has come back, he does not need Rowdy. In anger, he calls Rowdy Panchvi and warns him to stay away from my mom. On which Rowdy said to him, "You do not know the truth yet, so please calm down and go and help your mom." When Drake went inside, his mom had already cooked food for Grady. Drake goes upstairs with food and says to Rowdy, "I can't find Grady." When I look into his eyes, it feels like someone else has come. Now he was saying that he heard a terrible noise. As if a lot of things have broken, he went upstairs and saw that Drake had dropped the food. Alan started talking to Drake. Drake said that I am not at fault. Grady dropped the food himself, although now he was screaming in hunger. When Alan goes near him to check him, Grady licks his body in a strange and creepy way. And says that the taste is good. Does it mean that it was to eat the flesh of humans? As soon as he heard this from his mouth, Alan was in a bad state of fear. And then we were shown a picture on the side in which Grady was in a good condition. Anyway, it's night, everyone goes to sleep. In the middle of the night, they hear the sound of a horse's scream and someone's bad snoring. When Rowdy went outside and saw, someone had attacked his horse and had injured him a lot. It was said that he had torn the horse. He looked around, there was no animal or human there. But zooming back, we were shown that Grady was looking at the horse with strange eyes and was giving a creepy smile. After hearing all this, his neighbor Addie had also come here. Rowdy thought that all this is the work of a wild animal, but Addie has understood the real matter. He thinks that all this has been done by Grady. As soon as it is morning, he goes to meet Grady and takes out a knife from his pocket. And also starts telling his childhood story when his uncle came back from those mountains just like Grady. Just like Grady, he had also become very weak and at the same time he had killed the entire family of Addie. Because of this act, the police had shot him dead, otherwise he would have killed the rest of the people as well. He tells Grady, "I know that you have also got the same power that my uncle had. She is eating you from inside, she is making you hollow. If you take it out from inside, you will be fine." After hearing this, Grady suddenly straightened up like a ghost and shouted, "He has already done all this work. He has taken over my body. He has made my body hollow." Addie now thinks of killing him, and Grady reads his mind and tells him not to do what you are thinking. "Because you are an old man, you have no strength behind you, and I am a good farmer. If you kill me, then you will be grinding the wheel of jail all your life." As soon as he said this, he went to bed and Addie left from there. Grady was scared. He wanted to tell everyone about the danger, so he went to Rowdy and he started telling everything to Rowdy. That the Grady he was seeing was no longer Grady. Here was Grady's body, but there was no soul of Grady in it. The soul of Wendigo had entered Grady. She was a devilish soul who lived in the mountains and took over people. She was a cannibal, she was a murderer, she used to eat humans. Before Grady attacks his family, he advises Rowdy to kill him somehow. Here we see that Alina went to Grady's room. She saw that the food was still lying there. She was picking up the food and was running back. Grady called her in his voice. For a moment it felt like that devilish soul was asleep, and now the real Grady is in his senses who is talking to Alina. He tells Alina that we went to hunt in the mountains, but we got lost there. We forgot the way. We took shelter in a cave, for people went to call for help, but then they did not return. Grady and his companions were dying of hunger. Then a strange voice was heard in Grady's ear. Who said to Grady, "Let me in, I will save you"? Actually, this voice was of that devilish soul, and to save himself, Grady said yes to him, after which the soul came inside Grady. As soon as he came inside the soul, Grady started doing strange things. He told Alina that the soul made me kill my own friend, and then I killed him and ate him. Grady warns Alina that the devilish soul inside me wants to hunt more. He just told all this that Alina got scared and started going out from here. But before a second passed, Grady stood in front of him. Grady grabbed him by the neck and spit was coming out of his mouth, as if he was ready to eat Alina. Before he could attack Alina and eat her, the Rowdy pointed a gun at him from behind. Seeing this, he gets angry, and when the moment comes, he goes inside the room, closes the door and starts destroying everything there. He was screaming in a scary voice, which Drake and his brother were also very scared of. To save himself, Alina was about to leave this house with the kids and the Rowdy when Eddie came here. Eddie had actually decided that he would kill Grady. To save them all, he tells them to go in his van. Drake refuses to go with them because he thinks he should save his dad. Alina slaps him and tells him, "Drake, do you think he is your dad? Look at his condition. He has a devilish soul inside him. It is necessary to kill him, otherwise he will kill us. And Grady has told me all this himself." After saying this, they leave this house. Eddie goes upstairs to kill Grady, but before that, Grady comes from behind, attacks his neck and kills him. Here we were shown the Rowdy who came out with a gun because he also wanted to kill Grady. Alina came behind him and hugged him. After that, he went inside the house without seeing anything. As soon as he went inside the house, he first saw Eddie's dead body. After that, he went to his room in anger to kill Grady. But Grady was lying on his bed helplessly at this time. Before the Rowdy would kill him, Grady started acting as if he was poor and helpless. The Rowdy felt pity for his brother, and as soon as he became emotionally weak, Grady attacked him. Hearing the noise, Alina also realizes the danger. She takes her children out of the van and hides them somewhere else. And there Grady comes. He also brought his brother Rowdy's dead body with him. He now forcibly brought Alina with him to the kitchen of the house, and he put Rowdy's dead body on the table. He now started explaining to Alina what to do with him. He was telling Alina to do a very dangerous job. He was telling Alina to cook Rowdy's meat. He was telling Alina to first cut Rowdy's pieces and then boil water in a pot. Make Rowdy's soup and give it to him. Alina was not ready to do all this. How could she do all this? When Alina refused, Grady slapped her hard, with which she fell down and saw on the side that Drake had come to save her. But if his suspicion had increased to Grady, then Grady would have killed him first. Now to distract Grady, he starts doing what Grady has told him to do. He has now started cutting Rowdy's body into pieces. And by cutting it, he put all the meat in a bowl. After that, he started boiling the soup. Meanwhile, Drake had started loading the gun from behind. After cooking the soup, Alina puts a bowl in front of Grady. So Grady tells him to prepare another bowl, because he wanted Alina to eat this meat with him. Alina clearly told him that I am not hungry. But then from behind, Drake dropped a bullet from his hand and fell. Now Grady's attention was definitely going that way. That's why Alina was now ready to listen to Grady. That she will eat Rowdy's meat. She took a bowl and sat down. And in helplessness, she had to eat Rowdy's meat. Here, first Grady tasted one bite. And after that, he started eating like a wild animal. As soon as everything was finished from his bowl, he grabbed Alina by the collar and told her that my condition is because of you and Rowdy. Now before he kills Alina, Drake fires a bullet from behind. With his bullet, Grady leaves Alina here and runs away. But Alina gets hurt. When Drake came to help her, Alina told him to go and save Tim. By this time, he must have reached Tim. Drake was listening to him. When he went to Tim, what did he see? That Grady was strangling his brother in a scary way. He was about to kill him. That's when Drake came from behind. He left Tim for a minute and said to Drake, "You should all stay together." Do you know where? In my stomach. As soon as he said this, he started laughing in a scary way. His eyes were also white, which meant that the Grady inside is now dead. And in front of them is Wendy. When Tim calls him again, he says that Drake fires a bullet from behind. And Grady falls unconscious. At this point, he thought that these people were saved. But this was just his thought. Because suddenly, Grady got up and grabbed Drake from behind. And he was about to kill Drake. At the right time, Alina reached here. She put a gun in Grady's mouth while saving Drake and shot him in the head. After that, he finally died. Grady was dead. His body was unconscious. But the scary sounds that were coming from inside Grady, he was still hearing them, which meant that Wendy was not dead yet. What danger will he bring in front of them? With this suspense, this story ends here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe the channel Mr. Movie Recap.